This is a video response for Escape Mental Mike. The why is it? Why is it you're to change your language and speak softer or talk to other people's pronouns? I don't really understand what you mean by that. In the case of, say, if it were mine, when I kind of asked you, hey, why are you saying I'm sorry but not sorry kind of thing? If that's the case, then I was, your response really got me thinking about things, and it was. Speaking from my own experience, in my day-to-day life, nobody is actually requiring me to refer to anybody as anything in particular. I see things on a TikTok feed, I see things on the Shorts feed, I see news clippings on Facebook about how certain things are mandated. I see little blurbs about politicians talking about different things, and it's all these little news clips from all these different sources that say that all these things are happening, and they're not happening to me directly. I will tell you that in the case of, say, one of my daughter's friends who wanted to, originally they were a girl, and then they wanted to become and begin identifying as a man, I would say that in the times that I said she or her or referred to them as the kids saying dead names, my daughter corrected me. So there is that. I think it ties back to, say in my particular case, it ties back to a question Bonnet Mom kind of posed to me, like where I stand on it. And it has to do with where we personally stand on gender affirmation. So if a person is doing like a super duper good job of giving the appearance of a female or giving the appearance of a male, then there wouldn't be any question about it. But if they do a poor job, then, are you specifically saying sir, or, which other place? Is there respect there? So I think what you're maybe thinking or trying to say in your video is, am I to give you respect when you're not giving respect back to me? So to that, I would say, I see what you're saying there. And I can say, though, there's a danger of cherry picking situations to where respect's not reciprocated. Like you take a situation, so you just pluck another thing where a person in the woke ideology was disrespectful or whatever. Now, let me clarify something. I disagree with the woke culture, and I disagree with social justice warriors. I don't think that's walked. I believe there's a video running around, I don't know if you've seen it or not, where what appears to be a white guy is walking around wearing this really colorful poncho. He's got a gigantic obviously fake big huge black mustache taped to his face, and he's wearing like a mariachi sombrero, and he's going to different people asking them if what he's wearing is offensive. Goes to an Asian girl, yes. Goes to a white girl, yes. Goes to a white guy, yes. Goes to a black woman, yes. Then finally at the end of it, he goes to a bunch of people that appear to be of Mexican lineage, and they're not offended at all. They're like, oh, it's whatever. It's funny. They didn't give a shit. But so much of what we see and what we're exposed to is cherry picked. Now, you had mentioned your children being of school age, and I know in many cases, and maybe you can answer me this, like some of the stuff that they're sending home to parents that I see, that's true. Like there are things that will be done for a child regardless of parental consent, such as referring to them as their new chosen name or their new gender and that sort of thing. While that did not happen to me, I believe it is real. Closest thing to where I have had it required for me was last year when we were in DBT therapy, and we all went around and that was the beginning. Whenever a new person entered the group, we were asked to give our pronouns, and then we were asked to be respectful of others and to respect the pronouns that those others give. So there was that. Now, in that particular case, I can tell you the reason for that. That's in a healthcare environment. That's in an environment designed to help people to heal mentally. So I don't think that would necessarily work like on a social scale or due to political mandates. You know, especially this clip that I saw earlier where an airline pilot had a problem with the term wife or cockpit. If we cherry pick too much, it becomes a slippery slope that tortures us. If we believe too strong and the doctrine is so severe, then we can never test something as a people to see if we're making a mistake, which we're making a mistake. And it's a mistake that, man, you got to look at the protests in Evergreen College and really take that apart and see where the problem went bad. I can't go back to that enough. I just can't. It all circles back to that coming to a head. You know, those people protesting that this black, they were having a black speaker coming on campus is how it started, in my understanding. And their stance was, because of it being a black speaker coming on campus, then white professors should not be allowed around while that black speaker was present. It just went downhill from there. And I think that's the issue with this, as we're talking about gender development or coming out of your adolescence. If you continuously give a 2 or a 3-year-old what they think they want every time, it always spins out of control. There's no moving forward, you know, man. So that could be why. But I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine too. You know, any more than if you didn't want to be the person to hold the door open for somebody, or to call anyone ma'am, or to call anyone sir. This is still America, right?